The Nintendo Switch 2 is on its way, and aside from what it looks like, we don't know a whole lot about it. How big is the screen? What can the new Joy-Con do? What does the Switch 2 do differently than the Switch 1? Nintendo is hosting a dedicated Nintendo Direct on April 2nd, so we'll probably have the answer to all of those questions and more then. Today though, I wanted to do some speculating and share with you guys my top 10 wish list for the Nintendo Switch 2. Some of the things on this list have already been confirmed, which is awesome, so it's going to be interesting to look back on this video in a few months to see if any of the other things actually happened. Without further ado, let us jump right into this. The first thing I would like to see is bumping things up to 4K. Graphics and resolution have hardly been an issue for the Switch. I always thought that the games looked great on all variations of the console, whether it was in handheld mode or on the big screen. However, after being immersed in the incredible world of Astrobot and 100%ing that game through and through, I realized that the Switch could use a bump in resolution. Kicking it up to 4K when it's docked, throwing in smoother frame rates in handheld mode, you know, those types of things would be huge, especially considering that most TVs, even the cheap ones nowadays, are 4K. The second feature that I would like to see has already been confirmed, but we're still going to talk about it anyway because it is huge. That is backwards compatibility. Nintendo confirmed that all Switch 1 games, both digital and physical, are going to work on the Switch 2. This is incredible because the day that you get your Switch 2, no matter if you buy a game or not, you're still going to have your existing library to dive into when it arrives. The next feature I would like to see is a fix for the Joy-Con drift. Drift has been a problem with the original Joy-Con, so it would be very nice to see Hall effect joysticks or something like that in place to resolve the issue on the new model. Judging by the fact that there are rings around each joystick on the new Joy-Con now makes me think that Nintendo has us covered, but we're gonna have to wait and see. Number 4, more internal storage space. I think it would be awesome to see the Switch 2 feature more storage space to store games. Adding a micro SD card based on your needs is always nice to have, but with everything moving to digital, having the space built in and available right out of the gate is pretty important. A bump to 512 gigs or 1 terabyte from the 32 gigs or 64 gigs that we have now would be a very welcomed upgrade. Halfway through this list, at number 5 are customizable themes. The Switch sadly never got any themes besides white and black. I mean, it got the job done keeping things simple, but it came after the vibrant and highly customizable 3DS, which made things kind of a bummer. I have my fingers crossed big time that Nintendo brings these back. At number 6, online service. Nintendo Switch Online has always been a fantastic service with a lot of benefits and perks, but the Nintendo Switch 2 has the opportunity to take it to the next level. I would love to see an expanded catalog of retro games, voice chat, matchmaking, you know, the whole 9 yards. If there's any time for the Switch to kick things up a notch, it's gonna be with the Switch 2. The next feature I would like to see is built-in streaming and capture tools. Imagine if Nintendo allowed us to stream to YouTube or Twitch natively and capture gameplay recordings longer than 30 seconds. That would be huge for creators and eliminate the need for any sort of capture card, which would be incredibly helpful for people like myself. Number 8, improved HD Rumble. HD Rumble was great on the original Joy-Con. It was a really cool concept, but it was underutilized a little too much. Adding in haptic feedback like that on the DualSense 5 would be a very welcomed addition. Imagine reloading in Metroid Prime 4, timing your jumps in Mario, or feeling the different terrains in Zelda. Yes, please, that would be super cool. The second to last feature I would like to see is a better dock. The Switch 2 is already confirmed to have a different dock than the original Switch, but what else could be different? I would love if the dock had extra USB ports, maybe some USB-C ones, an Ethernet port, and maybe support to use external drives for more storage. That would be incredibly handy. And lastly, the final feature that I would like to see is stronger battery life in handheld mode. This one shouldn't come as a surprise. The OLED Switch and the V2 Switch have pretty solid battery life, but it could definitely be longer. I'm imagining that the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be more optimized, and that should push it beyond 6 hours of battery life. I have my fingers crossed big time for that. So that, my friends, is my Nintendo Switch 2 wish list. Those are 10 features that I would love to see on the new console. It'll be so interesting to look back on this video in a few months and see if anything that I mentioned came to life. With that said, said, what do you want to see the Switch 2 have the most? Is there a specific feature that you're hoping for, something else? Let me know your thoughts in the comments box below. Well, that's a wrap, my friends. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did and you liked what you saw, be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and again, let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, don't forget to follow at Raymond Strazdas on X, Instagram, and TikTok for so much more. Until the next one, I will catch you guys later. Peace!